We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Clive! Quick look.
Think you can help? How are you doing?
Quick look.
Seen enough?
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the...
What's the matter? I'll see what I can...
I would...
All right.
Fly, Ambrosia. Be safe.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find...
Time was the sight of the fang used to... Actually,
Perhaps you could express yourself.
recapture it? You know, I've...
Wait. Suppose he won't be needing an escort then.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Ah, there. Oh, I want Mark. And Mark.
Good day to you, Sid.
The crystals
We had to dig a new cellar.
Ah, go.
It give.
Of course.
Ex-human.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You all right, Sid? Something...
There is actually. Quentin tells me people have mentioned...
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding in the hands of some...
Excuse me.
No, I'm...
Do you have a moment?
No, in was rap.
I see. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet, then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? This is no time to ride. You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here.
What the hell are you doing here? What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lost?
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the temple.
Clive.
I feel like So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted me, and he faced a lot of with money and I, of course, see how we what quit. My friends and comrades.
I'm not going to change his mind.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Keep fighting the...
I'm telling you, it's true.
We're seeing troops amassing at every door.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then? Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to...
Let me know if you find any books worth reading.
Oh, we've hundreds of them in the shelves. I don't actually...
Blackthorn.
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This might go on then.
She said you would...
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword-grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with. You going after the stuff? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Gav, you...
All right, then. So,
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy. Is the...
Southern... I'll go and scout the place out.
All right. I'll meet you by the...
While you're...
You too.
Please...
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Sorry to keep you.
I don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though, but if...
Then let's get bagging.
Wait.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Dinner.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Here... Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
He cracked the crystal tea.
went up to give some breeze to the chocobo.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind. If you're ready, leave at once.
Straight home now.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid. How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. All yours. Here you are. You earned this. All yours. Come again. I may have more. Oh, yeah.
Think Mid might need some help, Tony.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
Excellent.
And just...
Right. Right, the shielding.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop. But those things will still be spitting out, which is why a prism for the... I thought a trip, the helm and the... I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of I know whose counsel I would...
Tomes? Yeah. Well, I've got all the detail. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, Or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine. At timber and yet, we have made a home here.
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might. If you with the knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to...
Thank you, Hop. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure. So, Clive, who will accompany...
Very well. So then, what do we need?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list.
White chocobo eggs. Are you sure this... I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourself.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
Do you see anything you like? Come back again.
Things would have been different had the mother not cracked.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the Humphrey?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pivot in the...
Fresh cuts. Come and get them before... What can I interest you in today? I trust it's all here.
Buy, sell, or be gone. Go on. Take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this in. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding?
Well, I was...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and...
Apparently, it'll be...
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in...
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice, just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the... followed by a rigorous process of testing and perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well... I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
We're seeing troops in. Seen at every border crossing.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking. Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew...
Don't thank me. I'm just the...
Right then. Better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too, now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Well. Here. Well, lovely bit of kit, yes. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it probably...
I imagine Ty... Come on. No need to ride from here.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
Thanks, Gal. Day's over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. For what I need.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Think Mid might need some help, tidying up.
All right there, Sid? That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're right. There we have it. The Telemon.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down... Why do you let me take a look? Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Olympic that I reckon thought we might use. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag...
Well,
that's the spirit. Leap. Well, what do you reckon?
it certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you.
Nona for supporting Mid and
Is it business or pleasure? Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
He cracked the crystal too. Joking.
Trouble with the ledgers.
that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto, maybe. A little. Listen. I've some bad news.
All right. But is it... Rocks.
Rocks, he says.
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive it?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen...
Because
Well...
Don't worry. No. I will be.
A star room is
Think it-
There's two.
How the hell is anyone supposed to have gone
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see you
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and oil of talc?
Milady.
Get? Oh.
Otto, artist.
Tell them my...
I'd like to do the same. And what?
Long ago. And I don't this and
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good.
So, she came on.
Lady Cat, would you
mind? But where'd you even get? Might be I ought not.
No.
I hear you ended up delivering all three stuff. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I paid.
I've seen that before. I knew so little about Arthur and the Dame. Both seemed to have fond memories of him. How?
Before he died. Back in the equipment. That was... before... Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
think Tomes helped?
He cracked the crystal too.
What could be wrong with Torgor? I got your note. You think no harder than you? Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's that.
Thank you, Clive. The nobleman who visited.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgor. Something's not right.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. She says...
I rather think she might be... All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich, and if... It may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer Frostwolves estimate. I don't even... Good.
certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. Hungry, Torgal?
Stay down! Give me thunder!
Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? Lady.
I noticed. So, Molly's left that. Oh, now. You can, aye. In.
Were you very good? You about the family. That Torgal may be the beneficiary, considering short, and that one here.
Crack the crystal too.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to... Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. And you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that cuirass.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something.
And that was?
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. You're looking well, Captain.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around.
I suppose.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not which it's flawed. I mean, oh.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
It's gone. The whole mother crystal, gone. What are we gonna do?
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord.
Pardon the intrusion.
Out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed.
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf! This is...
Very good. Would you...
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves...
You want...
Ready, go? Yeah!
Whoa!
Got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignax, nothing more.
I hear I have you to thank for the... What? If well...
A few...
Oh, and each is... Why? But a mineral. And why take the... And a...
Thank you.
Too many to count. And it... Well, ready? I think he's... Coming.
Trust Uncle Byron now. Sorry, no.
You...
Hey, a whetstone.
Yeah.
No wonder I... One hit and all done it.
Even offered it. Step off and just...
Hey. Oh, yeah. You put it. What do you need? What do you want? No scratches, right? Anything else?
Red crystals.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. All done?
All right, Clive. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her. Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat. You? Got some... But anyway, I was on my way up to see you. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all it...
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to just like when we built it. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav.
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.